Good afternoon, and thank you to OIS and SECO for inviting Ocuphire to tell our story. We are been on a journey, for the last 2 years, and in trying to build a platform to develop and move towards an NDA filing multiple ophthalmic assets. A year ago, we had brought in Nixol, an eye drop, and in the past few months, we brought in a second asset, APX3330 for retinal disease. And so we're excited that we have 2 assets with significant clinical data and surrounded by good IP as well as the advantages of small molecules. And we've been busy developing the programs. And we're happy to report in 2019, we conducted 2 studies, MIRA and Orion. We'll share some of the highlights of MIRA today, which was the Nixol study in reversal of mydriasis. And we built out a great team and advisors. And what's next is we're planning 2 phase 3 studies on Nixol, as well as another phase 2 on Nixol, as well as a phase 2 with APX3330. So we are on a journey to move these assets towards the registration pathway. And what are they targeting? Nixol's targeting 3 indications: night vision, that halo and glare, we're pioneering that indication; reversal of mydriasis, which I'll talk more about; and of course, also presbyopia. And we do that because Nixol inherently, for refractory diseases, modulates the pupil. On the other side, we have APX3330 for the back of the eye. And in that case, we're looking at diabetic retinopathy and diabetic macular edema, as well as possibly ARVO and wet AMD with partners. And what's really great about this asset is that it is an oral option versus the intravitreal opportunities and billion-dollar markets that exist today, where we have the similar pathways of anti-VEGF and anti-inflammatory. So stay tuned as we develop that asset further. And I just wanted to share that there's a significant amount of data, over 11 trials for APX3330, over a year worth of safety data, and then with Nixol, 7 trials, 2 of which we completed last year, and over 100 plus patients. So we have significant foundation from which we built our story. And with that, I want to focus in on Nixol. Since we're here at SECO with optometrists, this is the right drug for me to share. So the active ingredient in Nixol is phentolamine mesylate, which is a non-selective alpha-1, alpha-2 blocker. It's also quite lipophilic, and essentially it relaxes both vessels as well as scleral vessels, as well as the iris dilator muscle. And what that does, in terms of the product profile, that mechanism allows us to moderately modulate the pupil. And with that, we can improve contrast sensitivity, which we've shown in 2 phase 2s for night vision disturbance, which is the primary endpoint. We've been able to show improvement in near vision, which is the basis for us pursuing a phase 2 in presbyopia. And we're also improving your distance as well. In addition, it is durable, and that is a unique profile of this eye drop. It lasts 24 to 36 hours. You can take this at night and it'll last all day, and you'll also have no redness, which was the only sort of notable side effect that we had on the safety profile. So it's also a differentiated safety profile when you take this at night for chronic indications. And last but not least, it's also preservative-free, building off of Dr. Karpecki's point, as well as EDTA-free. And so with Nixol, we wanted to, here today I'm going to talk about one of our indications, reversal of mydriasis. And the problem is simply that all of us that go and get our eyes dilated, we want to get back to normal as fast as possible. And so trying to solve for those 4 to 8 hours that you wait, have light sensitivity, painfulness, difficulty reading, or difficulty to go back to work. And simply Nixol can help reverse that in half the time or better. And there are tens of millions of obviously folks that get dilated each year. And if you just assume even a $5 to $10 price per our single-use preservative-free bottle, it's at $500 million market opportunity just in the US. And so with that, there was a drug 30 years ago that those that were practicing remember called Revise. It's no longer available, but we went and found what the trial designs were. And last year we ran MIRA 1, which is a phase 2 study. 32 patients were recruited in less than 6 weeks, thanks to Oculus and our 4 sites in the US for such fast recruitment. And it was a randomized, double-masked, placebo-controlled trial that was in a crossover design, and we're able to basically hit all of our endpoints. The average age was about 28, and it was about evenly split male and female. And the endpoints that we met was that we essentially had pupil diameter that statistically significantly was less at 2 hours or closer to normal than the placebo. And in addition, we hit that endpoint with both mydriatic agents. We looked at phenylnephrine and at tropicamide. We also had categorical analysis that we met all the endpoints. Patients returned back to baseline in terms of their pupil diameter as well as accommodation. I don't have charts and numbers today because we were selected for ARVO to present, and so we will have a poster presentation on Tuesday at ARVO with all of the charts and data, and very nice side effect or safety profile as well. And for those, again, who remember RevEyes, we didn't have to beat them because it's not available, but we do. We don't have burning, we don't have stinging, we have similar efficacy, we use just 1 drop, and this drug is stable in a bottle. I thank the advisors that have guided us in this past 2 years as we built out the company, both in the 2 trials we executed last year, as well as the 4 trials we're planning this year. And so to summarize, this is our pipeline. We have 2 assets, multiple shots on goal. We are conducting Orion, which is our phase 3 for NVD. We'll start that soon. We'll then start MIRA 2, which is a continuation of that same design in phase 3 for Nixol for reversal of mydriasis. And then we'll do the presbyopia for Nixol, along with low-dose Pilo, and then, of course, pursue our retinal program with APX 3330. So over the next 9, 12, 15, and 18 months, we expect to deliver data on all 4 of those studies, almost in that order, and we look forward to also collaborating with partners because we're focused on the US, and we continue to want to pursue Nixol as well globally. So thank you, and stay tuned.